Hi, Barbara. How are you?
Hi, James. I'm well, and you?
Listen, well, I was well until more of this thing about Quebec. I mean, you and I have discussed this in the past. Things are not getting any better up there. What seems to be the problem?
Well, you'll remember I told you last October that there was a problem with the George River herd. The George River herd has declined significantly over the years, and Labrador immediately issued a order to delay the opening of sport hunting, and then they went and closed all non-resident sport hunting for caribou in Labrador. Well, we expected Quebec to come through with something similar. They had a meeting in December that came to no conclusion. The outfitters went into the marketing season completely without knowing what was going to happen. As you can imagine, not a lot of hunters were booking or eager to book caribou hunts who knew about the situation. Well, finally, now come March, we finally have a decision by the Ministry of Quebec, and it comes down to this. There will be a 50% reduction in tags that are given to outfitters. There will be a closure of sport hunting in the southern zone of Section 23. There will be a reduction in the season length for the George River herd by 44 days. And also, there will be a closure of sport hunting in 2012 and 2013 in the eastern section of Zone 23 and Zone 24. And what that means is that it could signal the end of sport hunting for caribou out of Schefferville and Kanapisco. So
yes,
there are some things that will affect hunting for 2012. If you've got a hunt booked for this year, you're lucky, and you will be able to go hunting this year.
Yeah, so you would not recommend anyone booking anything after 2/12, obviously, right?
Well, there will be some opportunities in 2/12. You just have to be careful. Luckily, Quebec did pass a regulation. Any hunts booked after January 2011, the deposit has to go into an escrow account. Mm-hmm. So if the outfitter goes under, and we know of several that already have, your deposit should be safe. But there is an admission that the compliance has been spotty. So if you're going to book a hunt for 2012 in Quebec for caribou, there's a couple things you should do. Number one, research your outfitter very carefully. Make sure it's a reputable outfitter who has done a good job for their clients in the past. Check them out on the Hunting Report website. And number two, ask them about that escrow account and look for the fine print in your hunting contract that tells you that your deposit will be protected by that escrow account, and should anything happen where the hunt cannot be delivered, returned to you. So those are two very important things you should do.
And the other thing which you didn't mention was, and I'm surprised, was if they check with the hunt report, they'll probably get the very latest information on what's taking place in Quebec. And you probably have something on your website right now to remind folks of what they should do when they look at those contracts, correct?
We do. You will find our email extra bulletin that we delivered to our subscribers last week posted on our website. And by the time we're done today, you should be able to pick up and look at the story that we have run in our April issue, detailing what's going on in Quebec and what all of these changes mean. Some of them sound scarier than what the actual effect is. That 50% reduction in permits, for instance, sounds terrible, but in reality, it probably won't affect very many outfitters this year because the numbers are based on the hunts that were done last year, and because the marketing season was so soft this year.
Right.
There's a lot of tags that are still available.
Right. Well, you know, the good news is that it may not close forever. The bad news is if you have something booked you need to check and get to the hunt report and find out what's going on out there. Hey, Barbara, thank you very much. See you again next week.
Will do.
Okay, bye-bye.